All right, welcome back everybody to the Mind of Gabs. We have another video on today. We're going to start another fundamental series. We're going to call this one Getting Over the Plateau series. I think there's a lot to this question. I get it a lot. Mr. Gabney, how do I get better? Gabs, what do I need to do to get better? I'm already placing top 8 at locals. I'm placing top 5 at locals. I'm placing top 13, top 25. You know, I'm going 2-2. I'm going 4-2. How do I go 5-2? How do I go 6-2? How do I go 7-0? Right? And like, so this is gonna be the first of those questions answered. And the first thing I want to talk about is learning the matchup. And with me today, I actually have a fellow student of mine. He goes by the name Revered. Revered, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for helping me make this video, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay, so Casey, you on average go, I would say, like anywhere from 2-2 to 5-2 in tournament. Would you say that's probably a correct assessment?
Yeah.
I think you also we had a tournament with like what 100 and something players, and you got what 9th place, I think.
Yeah, that was our second district tourney.
Yeah, so that's not bad at all, and that tournament has a lot of good players in it too. So you are gonna benefit very, very nicely from this video, as some would say greatly from this video.
I'm sure several others will also benefit from this as well.
So, the name of this VOD is Learning the Matchup. But guys, if you are all about it, hit that subscribe, hit the like, spread the love, because that's what we're doing. So, the list looks like this. You'll see it pop up on the screen. There are 3 questions on the day. So what I'm going to do with these videos, I don't want to make them too long, 20 to 30 minutes at the most, right? We're going to talk about learning the matchup, okay? And this is just going to be part 1, all right, Casey? Yeah. It's going to be just 3 questions I want you to keep in mind. Now, in order to improve, right, what you need to start focusing on, because like people like you, Casey, right? You already know Pikachu.
Yes.
You know your loops.
Definitely.
You actually, you know your spacing. You know you got some tips and tricks. You could do like the starter step forward smash, right? You can up B through people. You're starting to look at zoning, bubbles. You're looking at areas of effect. I mean, you're looking like, what do I do out of a grab, right? Like you're looking for all this. Now the question is, what do I need to do to beat you now? Like for you to beat me, what do you need to do? Now what you personally need to do to beat me is going to be a whole different video. Okay? Yeah. But the same questions still apply to you as apply to other people, right? So, like, if you're in Casey's position, Revered, these are 3 things you need to work on now. So when you improve, you pick 1 thing, maybe 2, maybe 3 at most, okay? And then you need to focus on incorporating those and mastering those simple concepts, like, and the complex version of your game. You know what I'm saying, Casey? Like, you have all these tools, like a tool belt. You've got the tool. You get on job, and you're like, dang, which tool do I use now? Okay, because I'm playing Byleth, right? You have all these tools as Pikachu. Now the question is, how do you utilize them all properly, right? So, like, some moves are going to be better than others in this particular matchup. And this is how you're going to get better. I'm going to learn how to destroy Byleth. And then I can take those same skills and figure out what other characters those same skills beat. Cool, I got these characters now. Then you're like, all right, and then I don't need these versus like Marth or Lucina or Ike, right? So then we're going to learn different tools. So here's what you got to ask yourself. Number 1, how do you approach this character, right? By approach it, I mean, what are you looking at offensively and defensively? Do you want to stay grounded? Do you want to be in the air? Okay? We're just going to go ahead and start a match. That way we can talk about it as we play. Give these people some stuff to look at, right?
Yes.
So, like, how do you approach, right? So, like, when you're playing against my Byleth, what are your options for approaching, right? You have offensive and defensive options. Now, you can jump forward or you can run in and grab me, right? But, like, what you have to think about is, like, what does your opponent have for their offense and their defense? What are they going to be doing? So, like, I can space you, right? So, like, your options are, like, you really probably don't want to full hop in front of me because you're going to tank a forward air, right? Byleth is very slow out of her aerials. Like, if I throw out an aerial, I miss. If I miss that, or if you shielded it or spot dodged it, you can actually run in and grab me just about every time. It's so, and if I miss, or dash attack me, right? Because I jump out of it. If I miss any aerial, save for Nair, right? Because Nair on shield is super good, right? I can do stuff like that. But like, you have to know that. So if Byleth throws out a forwarder, you're gonna run in with the grab, and you're gonna try to beat him out of it, right? So part of what they're how do you approach your opponent follows this next question as well. Okay, so like, what does your opponent, or like, where does your opponent leave gaps? Okay, like, this is something I learned from the FGC community. You ever play, like, Mortal Kombat?
No, I have not.
What about, like,
but I wish I could.
Dragon Ball Z Fighter, Street Fighter, Tekken, any of those?
Not a lot, but I have played a little Street Fighter.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
those games are so different from Smash, right? Smash has, like, stages. We can recover, right? We have recovery options. There's so much different stuff. But there's an element in those fighting games that are perfect for this game right here, right? They have what we call gaps and combos. I'm gonna show you something. It's like, you're at 61%, right? I can down throw you and forward air you, but is that true? No.
With DI, probably not.
Right, so I'm gonna do it again, and then I'm gonna try to get under you, right? I missed right there. That's a gap in my strength. That is not a true combo, right? So if I do like down tilt to up air, that shouldn't work at certain percents. There will be gaps in between those two moves, right? So with Pikachu, you do back air to back air on me, right? You got it. Try to back air. Yep. There's a gap right there. You see how I jumped out of it?
Yes.
You were trying to do back air to back air, but that's a gap. Now you have to know when your opponent leaves gaps and when you're leaving gaps, okay? And when your opponent leaves a gap, the question is, what do they have? What does your opponent have? And what can you do with those? Okay, so you have to understand this. The whole video today is about how are you going to approach, and what you specifically need to look at are gaps in their combos, gaps in their strings, and just gaps in their play style. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay. I want to differentiate though between gaps in combos and gaps in strings, because you know what's going to happen is somebody's going to say, Gabney, a combo doesn't have any gaps. I understand that. That's what makes it a combo. Combos don't have gaps, bro. They're guaranteed. I'm talking about combos with a gap into another combo. For example, I could down tilt you, right? And I can fake out that right. See how you air dodged?
Yes.
So what I did was I intentionally put a gap in that combo. I put a down tilt. I faked an up tilt. You air dodged, and then all I had to do was forward smash you, and that would have killed you because I left a gap in that combo. So that's like super high level, right? That's like intentionally leaving a string. But like, how do I know to do that, right? Because I know that this right here is like, see, I'm saying you air dodged there out of it, right? That I tried to hit you. I tried to hit you with another down tilt, and it missed because in between my down tilt to up air, there's a gap in which you can air dodge, and if I throw this out and you do air dodge using the gap that's there, you win, right? That's you knowing I can air dodge here, and you didn't do a directional, you did a neutral air dodge, which was your best choice there because you have no lag out of it, right? Yes. And then as soon as you did that, you're on the ground. I was still in up air. You punished me. It was over. Now
I was able to up tilt.
Yeah, and that up tilt, that changes, right? So instead of me getting an up air, which is like 15%, you got what's your combo at this percent? Up tilt to what?
For me, it would be up tilt. I could do the up tilt variation of my Nair loop.
Try it out.
What y'all up to?
And then right there, it sent you a too high up. I was unable to follow.
Right. So that's knowing. So like, okay, so let's say I was at like, that's a 20 to 25% combo at least, right?
Yeah, it can go up to about 50. Then you got to follow up with an ender.
Okay, so that went from me giving you 15% to take away the 15% because I missed it, right? So that's a 30% differential right there. And then tack on another 20 to 50%. So you're looking at anywhere from a 50 to 70% differential in damage percentage. Whereas you should have been at least at 35, and I should have stayed at 30. But now you're only at 20%, and I'm already at 61%, right? Like, that's one mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even that bad of a mistake, but that's how you're going to go from being 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2 to now winning consistently in particular matchups.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. That's all I really just wanted to talk about. So once again, the focus, just to make sure you understand, Casey, right? What I'm talking about
Hmm.
is you have to, in part one of getting over the plateau and learning the matchup, is questioning what's the proper way to approach, okay? And then with that, where are my opponents leaving gaps? Where are they leaving gaps in how their offense is, on where their defense is? If I do like falling back airs, you know that there's a gap in between aerials when I hit the ground. So you know when to approach, right? Because you're looking for significant clues. Here's another example of that, by the way, right? Go to the edge. When I'm trying to edge guard you, you're looking for cues, right? Grab the edge. One thing you're looking for is like if I jump, if I do like something like this, you're immediately off the edge and you can recover again, right? So
Hmm.
like you're looking to approach now, but right now you're more so looking to approach by getting by me, looking to return to neutral. So, you know what I'm saying? Like you look for something, there's a gap there, now I take it. You're not going to, like just try it. I'm going to try to edge guard you. And that's what you're doing, right? And I missed. And now you're looking for that gap in between all those aerials. Am I right?
Hmm.
So like that's separate from combos and strings, because that combos and strings were the third part. Part one was approaching, knowing gaps inside of spacing moves inside of their. Let's say I jabbed on shield, or if I hit you with the down tilt on shield, you know that that's punishable. You have to learn what's punishable, and then you followed it up with, once again, all right, while I'm getting comboed or while I am comboing, where are these gaps that I need to watch out for and understand what my opponent can do out of those things.
Yes.
Any questions or comments before we got to go?
Not at the moment, really.
So you're good, man? No questions at all?
I'm pretty much all set. Everything made a lot of sense, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people at home would also understand exactly what you're saying.
Cool. Well, if I appreciate you helping out. If you watch the video, guys, appreciate it as well. Check in or to the Minded Gaps for other videos. I am on a video making streak right now, so stay safe.